This is Uncle Stu, the old man on the block. And today, we're going to do a reaction video from Oshay Duke Jackson. Oshay Duke Jackson was speaking on the subject of single mothers. And I'm here to say that single mothers and single fathers, we are not the same.
Welcome to Uncle Stu's neighborhood, where you will receive knowledge, understanding, wisdom, and humor. Now, let us welcome our uncle, Uncle Stu, the old man on the block.
But let's get into the conversation and really take a deep dive into understanding why single mothers and single fathers are not the same. Oshay Duke Jackson begins to set the premise for his argument. And what he's getting ready to discuss is how Black women are basically arguing or upset about the dating pool in their respective cities. Let's hear what he got to say in his own voice.
So guys, I have noticed a trend.
Before we begin, fair use. Listen, O'Shea, don't be trying to hit me with no strikes or anything like that, bro. You know, we supposed to be B1, you know what I'm saying? Pro-Black, Pan-African, the whole 9 yards. I even changed my outfit, man. So, fair use.
So guys, I have noticed a trend, especially in Black social media sectors. And I'll be specific, the dating piece of the Black social media sector. If you go to places like Facebook or Instagram or even in YouTube, you will see primarily Black women, usually those who are over 30 or 35 or even 40, complain about the dating pool in their respective cities.
Ironically, this is not an issue for single fathers. I would even argue why. Number one, single fathers in the dating market is looking for something totally different than single mothers. Number one, when you look at what a single father is, either single fathers are raising sons, or single fathers are raising daughters, or they're raising a combination of both. The first premise that we have to look at is, why is he a single father? In my situation, I was able to fight for custody for my daughter based on many different factors dealing with her mother. I was A, in the right financial place to do it. B, I was socially fit to do it. And C, now that we can see the end results, my youngest daughter is now earning her master's degree and is an honor roll student. So in the end, the choice was correct. For many women, they don't have to be in a certain economic position in order to obtain a child. They don't have to be in a great social situation in order to obtain a child. Most of us as men, we already have to be on our game, on our grind, and already up at a certain standard. Therefore, our standards is already higher just at the foundation of being able to get our children. But let's continue. So when you look at that as one premise, we also have to argue. Most of us that are single fathers are already able to handle all of the basic needs and basic rearing of our kids. Fathers that are raising sons, they really don't have a need for a woman to be in the home. For what? A woman can add no value or education or teaching when it comes to raising sons. Let's take me, who raised a daughter. I already had female family members that can teach her and guide her. The biggest thing about me being a father, raising a daughter, was because everything that I know to do, I was able to teach her. My daughter knew how to cook, clean, wash, sew, and take care of her own feminine hygiene. That I can give her to a doctor that can teach her about her body and be able to teach her about how to take care of her body. So when it comes to the value of a woman, I too was never looking for a mother. Another thing is, most of us that are male single fathers, we're not looking for a financial come up. And unfortunately, many women who are single mothers are basically looking for a financial come up or financial help. Most of us that are single fathers are already in a financial set position. You will also notice that Many single fathers are not on social service. They are not on welfare. They can't really get Section 8. And therefore, they have to go out there and do the work themselves. Or rather, the value of a single father versus the value of a single mother, we are not the same. But let's continue with the argument.
O'Shea then goes on to read a letter, which I'm not going to read here, but what he's referring to is a woman who wrote a letter. And in the letter, she indicated that she had 3 children, 3 totally different ages. But his response is very interesting. And as soon as he responds to this letter, I'm also going to show why single fathers and single mothers are not the same.
This particular person, has the unmitigated gall to call the dating pool trash when this person has a child, 15, 10, 5. Okay? Now, that doesn't make them a bad person and it doesn't make them trash. But we can assume that these kids are at least by 2 different people.
Let's deal with that right there. 99% of single fathers only have one mother, which means we only may have one mother to deal with. And as I stated earlier in this video, 9 times out of 10, she's barely in the picture. But again, we only have to deal with one mother. It is very rare that you'll find a man that has multiple children by multiple of women. So what does that mean? That means when it comes to the value of a single father, again, we rise above that too, because we're only dealing with one individual in which we was able to get our children from, where a mother who has multiple children usually have more than one man to deal with. With that being said, it still puts the premise that a single father is on a higher value level than a single mother, just based on their history in the sense of who they had children with. Yeah. These are just a few of my thoughts. Give me your opinions. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this video and whether or not you agree or disagree. Let me know. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. This is Uncle Stu, the old man on the block.